Hi, David Lewis, coming to you from the AW Imaging Labs. For the last few days, we've been evaluating how to decorate light and white garments. And there's been a number of products that we've been looking at. Today we're going to focus in on the product from Neenah, their Imageclip Light. This is a two-step media that has the adhesive sheet and the print sheet. So the print sheet is the one that you want to send through the printer. You're printing on the white side of this. We're going to be printing this using a Oki white toner printer. What they call their transfer paper is the actual adhesive sheet. So this has the adhesive application side for it. Two steps. We're going to be printing this design, so we go into the File, Print function. We're selecting our Oki printer. We want to set this to fit to the printable area. Go into our Properties. Go into our Properties. We're printing from the multi-purpose tray. Job options. We have this set up for Pro printing. We're using mirror print. And we're printing this with white on. Now the Oki print driver automatically puts down a 300% layer of toner. In our testing, we've tried various settings for the amount of white toner that works best with these light and white garments. And if you're printing with the Oki with the white toner printer, then there's a good possibility that you're ultimately going to be applying this to a garment that is a tint of color. So for example, today we're going to be printing on this light blue garment. We found that this is about as dark as you can use for this process. Anything really darker than this, and the color of the shirt shows through the relatively thin and relatively transparent adhesive that gets applied in this process. So by using this with the fairly light colored garment, we can get good results as long as we have a full coverage of toner. And with this product, we can print directly from the driver, and it automatically defaults to 300% toner. Once the job is sent to the printer, it rips in the printer, and then it prints. All right, so here's our printed sheet, and we can see that it has a nice coverage of white on everything. So now this is like I said, this is a two-step process. So we have our adhesive sheet and our print sheet. We're running this at two different temperatures. So for today, we have this set up with two separate presses. I have this press set up for 220 degrees. I have this press set up at 375 degrees. This one is set for 20 seconds. We're going to be using this one for 30 seconds. The 220 degrees that we have set over here is what's used for the A-B marrying process. So we'll open up our press. The print sheet goes down. The adhesive sheet goes on top. These adhesive sheets are always slightly smaller than the print sheet so that the adhesive doesn't get onto the lower platen of your press. You want to cover this with a parchment sheet. Then we're pressing this at medium-high pressure for 20 seconds. 20 seconds, pressing time. This is a hot peel. We want to grab a corner. We want to peel it in a firm, steady motion. So here we see the adhesive is applied, and you probably can't tell from looking at this sheet, but it has the the outline of the job where the adhesive is removed. So with that done, now we are ready to apply this to our garment. With all two-step media, the first thing that you want to do is trim the edges, so you're making sure that none of the adhesive that was applied our garment. We always do that. As I indicated, we're applying this to this light blue garment. This is a 50-50 blend. We want to look at our design, make sure we've got it the right way up, because this is a paper. We can't see perfectly through this. So we'll position it like this. And we will cover this with a piece of parchment. We have our heat press set to high pressure, 375 degrees. We're pressing this for 30 seconds. All right, so we've pressed this for 30 seconds. Again, with any of these two-step media, we're always going to be looking at a cold peel. And then I use a little piece of metal here. A lot of people can use different things just to cool it off. You throw it into a pile and come back to it later if you want. Just whatever you need to do to let it cool off. And then this is a cold peel, so you always want to peel these in a rolling type of a fashion. And so there's our peel. Everything has transferred onto the garment. So we've applied this and we've peeled it away, but the design needs to be pressed down into the garment to give us the best durability and the long-lasting results. So we position it back into our heat press, and we are pressing it one more time, another 20 to 30 seconds to really bury the garment, the design into the garment. So about 20 seconds in this case should be good. All right, so here's our final result. So this is the final result. This is David Lewis coming to you from AW Labs, Imageclip Light from Neenah.